Robotwars are just like anyone else. Sometimes they take a while to get going. Sometimes that's my job here in the pits, to get them going before they go in there. How are you feeling about the opposition?
No problem at all. We'll trash them.
Trash them. I want insults. Come on, come on.
Everyone hates wedges. Look at that, just a wedge.
Just a wedge?
We're going to fill them full of holes.
Fill them full of holes?
There'll be no Dominator 3.
No?
Square bot, square blokes. We're going to have them.
And that's the best they can do.
From Hamlet, King B Powerworks.
Hi, I'm Simon. This is Grant. We're the King Buxton team. The name Powerworks comes from the fact that we're using the highest voltage that the rules will allow in our power system for the drive. We're also running the same system for the saw at the back. It actually run 8,000 RPM. We've had some reliability problems in the past, but when we're on a run, I think we're going to be doing quite well.
From Huntingdon, Dominator 2.
I'm Paul, this is Pete, that's Chris. This is Dominator 2. 3.5mm plasma nitride coated titanium, goes to 7mm at the front end, and acts as 4 times more powerful than Last Wars, made of aircraft grade aluminium, a lot of CNC work done. Last Wars were semi-finalists, this year we'll win.
Robotwars, stand by.
Ooh, the blinking eyes of Sir Killalot. He means to menace Dominator 2, perhaps. There's the team, Paul, Peter and Chris. And King B Powerworks with Simon Harrison and Grant Hornsby in the control pod. There's their machine. Fighting for the house robots. We've seen Sir Killalot, who looks mean and moody. Magnificent. Somehow unshunt, feisty, aggressive.
3, 2, 1.
Very good battle this. Dominator 2, possibly more impressive in its earlier fight. King B Powerworks needed a judge's decision to separate it from Kronic. And it's Dominator 2's axe dominating the proceedings early on, and King B Powerworks chased into the CPZ there by Shunt, but very quick to turn and get away at 16-mile-an-hour top speed. Manoeuvrable around that arena. Dominator 2, when it gets a run, can actually get up to 20 mph. Down comes the axe once again with a force of 12 kilos, trying to penetrate that sort of plexiglass armament on top of King B Powerworks, but not managing to do so. You can see there the saw, the circular blade at the front of King B, the forks at the back as well. How can it damage Dominator 2, though? It's a major problem. Side by side, no place to duck or hide. King B Powerworks turns to have a forward thrust, but it's Dominator 2's axe that comes down, and now they have pierced the armament of King B right there in the seal between the plexiglass on top and also the weaponry, the forklift thrusters. They're away, they've got another chance to fight again, but it's Dominator 2 doing all the work here. Semi-finalists beaten by Pussycat in the 4th Wars, and again they're dragging King B Powerworks towards them. You can see the wheels spinning there of King B trying to get away. It'll go to the judges. For me, Dominator 2 on top.
Way! Fantastic round 2 battle. Dominator looked like it dominated that, but both robots are still fully mobile in the arena. We're going to have to wait for a judge's decision on that. While they're making up their minds, let's review the highlights.
Well, Craig, Dominator 2 had the axe, and I think that was the decisive difference between the two machines. Slamming, banging, finally piercing, and that, for me, was the telling moment in the battle. King B Powerworks nagged away, but Dominator 2 was the more aggressive and caused the more punishment.
Well, there's not really any tension here. The judges have not surprised us, really. They've gone for Dominator 2! How many perforations did they put in you?
Hundreds. Hundreds.
Sometimes it looked like it got in so deep that it couldn't actually get itself out again.
It's tough, it's tough. It will keep going with a lot of damage, but...
But you guys are tough as well, because, I mean, that is probably the best axe in the business.
Absolutely.
You were still going, and a lot of the times it was bouncing off your casing.
Well, we didn't want to stop, you know. We wanted to just keep trying to go. There's no point in giving up. You never give up in this game. It's just not worth it. You never know what's going to happen.
Well, you're a tough robot, but, you know, you're not too disappointed about that?
Not at all, no. We just love having a bloody good fight. You know, we don't mind. It's not winning. We just don't want to lose badly.
You just want to rumble!
Exactly.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it. King B! Good losers. Very good losers. Now, I said your axe was the best in the business, is it?
Yes, without a shadow of a doubt.
It is so hard.
It's the axe of doom.
Where do you think you're going to go from here?
All the way. That's the plan.
You still believe you can do it this year?
Yep.
No point in being here if we didn't believe it.
You're right there. There's no point in being here if you didn't think you were going to lift the trophy.
Absolutely.
Well, let's hope you do. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Dominator 2!
The damage sustained decided it. King B Powerworks out Dominator 2 through to the heat final to meet either Corkscrew or X-Terminator.
From Selkirk, Corkscrew.
Welcome to Team Corkscrew. I'm John, this is Lewis, and my other son Lawrence. This is our robot Corkscrew, based on, obviously, Corkscrew. It has a rotating weapon which rotates, and we hope to win Robot Wars.
From Belmont, X-Terminator.
Hi, I'm Marlon Pritchard, and this is Simon Baldwin. We're from Hereford, and this is our robot, X-Terminator. It's an axed weapon, and we have a bucket on the front to keep the opposition off the floor so that we can hit them.
If we do get into trouble, if we do get flipped over, we do have our new design self-righters, which should get us back on our wheels.
Robotwars, stand by.
X-Terminator with all the previous experience of the semi-finals. Marlon Pritchard there at the controls. Against the newcomers, Corkscrew. Lovely story this, though, isn't it? With little Lawrence and Lewis saving up their money by washing cars to provide cash for John Heatley to build the robot. Sir Killalot's in the arena. Oh, please don't crush the hopes of those two wee lads from Scotland. Oh, go on then. Shunt. Also in there to push perhaps X-Terminator into the pit, who knows?
3, 2, 1, activate.
X-Terminator has the extra little weight, and also with the seriously powerful axe. Oh, has a capability there. Well, to grab hold of the Corkscrew handle, wobbly. Lightweight the handle, it's not going to overbalance that heavy lorry wheel base for Corkscrew, which has its own spinning blades, but I don't think they're working, are they? At the controls for this heat semi-final, John Heatley taking over from Lewis, who was the controls for the victory over 13 Black earlier. Corkscrew with a little thrust, X-Terminator dodging away, both on the side walls. Corkscrew quickly moving at up to 20 miles an hour. It's slightly the faster of the two. Oh, and onward thrust almost into oblivion. Was that suicidal, John Heatley there? But again, they bravely come back at X-Terminator. A brave-hearted display by the Corkscrew team. Marlon Pritchard looks on, an instrument engineer by trade, loves his golf, his computers and his X-Terminator machine. Corkscrew backing away, X-Terminator still on the arena wall. The axe is working, Corkscrew being axed by Shunt. X-Terminator axing nothing in particular, and the judges will have noticed that. Corkscrew still in there fighting. What an unlikely machine, to be honest, to have reached thus far, let alone with a chance of reaching the heat final. I think they've got a great chance. X-Terminator axed by Shunt. Drops to the arena floor with a crash. He's smiling. But it could be a death smile of robot rigor mortis, because X-Terminator in real peril, not from the flame pit, back from the judges, I think.
Both robots mobile. We're going to have to go to the judges. While they're making up their minds, let's review the highlights.
Well, we knew about X-Terminator's axe. Point scored. And again. And really, the Corkscrew blade wasn't efficient at all. But they had the doggedness and the determination. Damage caused to Corkscrew, certainly. But in the end, X-Terminator were caught by Shunt. Which way will the judges go here?
Ooh, it's a bit tense here. The judges have made their decision. They're supposed to be looking at style, control, damage, and aggression. Sometimes I don't know what they're looking at. The judges have gone for Corkscrew!